countdown for whenever?
No, I won't give a countdown. We're already there. Hey guys.
Hello, gamers. That's it. That's the intro.
That's the intro.
I'm Dashy. Revvy's running the stream. We're doing USA versus France. They're gonna get started soon. They're in a loading screen, actually. Let's go.
I'm on it.
So we didn't have too much time to talk about the draft because we didn't know they were getting started right now, but I'm going to try to talk about it right now while he's getting set up. We are starting off with Prehistoric Playground, picked from the American squad. America ended up banning out Deep Sea Driving, Tiger Temple, Nia's Nightmare, and France ended up banning out Slide Coliseum, Turbo Trek, and Mystery Caves. Pretty generic bans. Obviously, France did those bans assuming that Bros was in their lineup. However, it does not appear Bros is in their lineup. So
nice. The table is frozen again. No.
At the moment, it is just Revy and I. By the way, Garma's on the screen, but he'll be here later, maybe, hopefully.
Really? Garma's good at filling spaces because he'll just talk about a subject for like 20 minutes, so it's epic. No silence when Garma's around.
Yeah. We're gonna be getting ready to get started soon. Alright, let's take a look. Looks like our POVs were mostly in sync at the start. We'll get that fixed up in a minute though. But we got Tatane going for the first crate, ended up getting an early green shield. That's nice for him, but he doesn't even need to actually get hit to, it's not even blocking anything, just getting an early runaway. You can see that Dre, it seems, either got hit or lost fire and ended up having to go back, but Tatane currently leading, trying to get Rare off of his tail. Rare ended up pulling the green shield, not waiting to juice it up, ends up hitting something to block it. Dre in the back holding a juiced mask. It's hard to see. Let me blow this one up real quick. Okay, so we've got Tatane out in front, and then we got Rare in second place. I'm not actually sure who that Raccoon Amy should be, but then Fire is definitely the Pasadena.
Redhead's good backbone, the Amy. So now Trade's catching up to those two French players. Looks like Firekeeper and Mini. Mini being
okay, I was
the
gonna
Amy.
say, thinking that would be Mini. Okay, so that makes sense then. Those were good positions for Team France, but yeah. So Dre, like you said, pulling that fifth place mask, and it has a blue shield in reserve for if he absolutely needs it. He's pulling up on. Actually, I think that's Neko.
Oh, it's Nick. Okay.
Yeah, that is Neko. He's getting close, but it doesn't actually look like. Never mind. Goodbye, Neko.
We see the classic fail.
Yeah, there it goes. Goodbye, Neko. Dre moving up into fourth place now. Tatane still holding it out in front with the blue shield. Decent lead over Rare at the moment. Rare's not having a blue shield, which is kind of surprising for him. It's normally shielded up by now, but he ends up pulling a juiced bomb, but he is too far away from Fire to be able to go for a back bomb onto him, so he's going to try to go for it, but it doesn't look like it's going to land, and it does not. But we can take a look over at Dre's POV. He's trying to catch up to Fire to take over that number 3 spot. But we've got three of our top 4 is currently blue shielded up.
Yeah,
pretty much everybody's just doing TT lines, really. All we've got for our POVs.
Again.
Yeah. Yeah, Tatane's just kind of driving, and same with Rare. Rare's hanging on to a triple juiced bomb though, and he's either slowing up or Fire is catching up to him, either which way. But he doesn't have infinite reserve, so making a play is going to be a little bit harder, but he's going to be trying to go for some back bombs onto Fire. Looks like best case scenario, though, is that he just takes away Fire's shield. It's trying to see from the rear cam if Fire still even had a shield. It's hard to say. Actually, we can see from Dre's POV that he does have it still, yeah.
Rare hasn't been able to connect. He's getting bomb after bomb, so he's got plenty of chances to hit him. He just has to.
Yeah, he pulls another set of triple juiced bombs. We haven't seen any power items yet, which is also kind of abnormal for prehistoric playground. Tane going for the back
bomb.
Yeah,
He misses
doesn't get
though,
the-
but he's got another bomb, so he's got another chance to gain second place.
He's gonna go for it. Does it land? He does not get the back bomb down onto Rare, but it does actually look like Rare's
Trey
back bomb
overtook-
did hit fire. I'm guessing, because I didn't see that either.
I missed that. No, maybe he fell in the Sparrow. I don't feel like he would have back bombs. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. So we end up getting a 1-4. Oh, and actually, hang on. We have no clue what ended up happening there at the back, but both Minnie and Neko ended up taking over Meg at the end. So this still ends up being, I think, a win for Team USA, because it's 1-4, 6-7 for France, which I don't know for sure if that's a win or loss. It's a really minor.
I think this is like a +1 for France.
Okay, maybe it is actually a win for France then. Okay. Yeah, I'm not super sure because those are really close points. I'm also bad at math.
Yeah. I'm starting to memorize them just based on like the general positions, like 1-4, 5-8, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it starts getting really hard when it comes down to like race 10 and there's a 9-point difference, and I'm sitting here like, what are all the contingencies that would get them a win? But yeah, that is a 1-point win for Team France after race 1. Tane pretty much just getting to time trial that whole race, and unfortunately not able to get those back bombs down onto Rare at the end there to possibly secure an extra spot for Firekeeper. But we're going to be moving into France's 2 picks afterwards, which will be Sewer Speedway and Polar Pass, which it looks like we're actually already going to a loading screen for. They are really making this one go fast.
You like to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that right? Swiss Speedway? Guess so.
It should be, yeah. So, Sewer Speedway, I'm not really sure. I mean, I knew France was going to try to pick this. I know it obviously, if they had an option to, they wouldn't have picked it, and they would have picked either Nina's or Tiger. But they were not given that option, which is to be expected. But I haven't really seen them play Sewer Speedway that much, so honestly, I am a little bit surprised at the pick.
I
don't know about
maybe they saw recent performances on Sewer Speedway and they recognized, okay, maybe I need to refresh the 10 stream. Maybe USA aren't very strong on this one.
Which is actually kind of surprising because, I mean, Megumi used to be world record holder on this track. But either which way, Rare getting an early breakaway this time and getting a beaker onto Firekeeper, it seems. Almost called him Anton. Dre getting a mask, riding all the way up into first place right now, and then Rare ends up getting taken out by a mask as well. Tane currently in 4th place, Minnie in 3rd place, and actually no, Minnie is in 2nd place. Tane in 3rd place, and Rare is just getting comboed back here at the split section, dropping down to 5th place. Currently 2-3-4 for Team France, and actually 2-3-4-5 now, as Firekeeper ends up getting an overtake there over Rare.
This could be favorable for USA. They got 1st place with a shield and they got bomb-free spots for power item rolls. If they can roll a orb soon, that could flip this around really quickly.
Yeah, this is super dangerous spots for France, despite them being good winning positions. It's not entirely always what you want right at the start, since, like you said, that gives all the positions for power items to the enemy team on basically from the starting lap. So we do see Titane unfortunately not getting enough Wumpa to juice up that shield to get a blue shield, but it looks like he will be able to get it here. So he's at least got a shield up here in second place. We do see Dre has his shield juiced up and on. But from there, we don't know what's going on because we do see Rare all the way back in 7th and 6th place.
Ikeeper's dropped down to 8th, so now USA has a lower chance of rolling a power item. And I think by now a lot of the top spots are already in dodges, so they're not going to have an impact.
I think Rare was trying to dodge fire, hearing that mask, but that was just a interesting maneuver nonetheless. We actually see Neko has dropped all the way into 8th, and Meg has moved into 4th place. Obviously don't know what happened there. But we still have relatively decent spots for Team France. I think that's that'd be Jolly with the Isabella skin.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Okay. So Jolly is the one in 4th place at the moment.
Rez pushing up with a mask into top 5, and now Megumi's down there with 2 French guys. But it looks like he's been taken out pretty bad, so I think Megumi's going to stay in 8th in this race.
Yeah. Dre ends up taking down Titane right at the end there, but
yeah,
doesn't
it looks
make
like
a
he might
difference.
have lost reserves and then he took out Titane regardless.
Yeah, no, Titane took
Red's
out his
gonna
blue
lose
shield.
position here, so it looks like it might be bumped 2 for USA.
Oh, wait, yeah, I don't know what happened with Meg, ended up dropping all the way back down to 8th, but yeah, Rare just got comboed like 3 times. So we end up getting a 2, 3, 5, 6 for France. Is that also winning positions? That's got to be winning positions. 2, 3, 5, 6.
Assume so. Yeah, I think this is another +1.
Yeah, I was about to say it's another tiny win, which I mean is nice. Like obviously you want to be winning your races, but just 1 or 2 points ain't a lot. Okay, 3 points for Team France there. Okay, they're pulling out a little bit, but obviously 4 points is not a lot. Like that's easily made up with a single win. But we're going to go into their next pick, which will obviously be Polar Pass. I do know the Frenchies like playing on Polar Pass. I don't really know how much the USA boys like playing on Polar Pass, though, honestly. I don't really see it picked by them. Like, basically, I feel like at this point, a lot of people already know a lot of the USA picks. It's a lot of, I mean, it's literally with the ones that you see right here. You got, like, Assembly Lane, Prehistoric Electron. I'm not really used to seeing Dingo Canyon. They've been picking Dragon Mines a little bit more often, which is also a little bit weird of a pick, in my opinion, but, I mean, it's been working out for them. We also see a lot of, like, Clockwork Wumpa, Cortex Castle from them as well. I'm surprised they didn't pick Koala Carnival. I'm used to seeing them pick that. But yeah, it looks like we're already heading into the loading screen, getting ready to go into Polar Pass. So that'll be coming up shortly. Yeah, like Panson just said, I do know that I know Rare likes Dingo Canyon, so that isn't super surprising. But again, I'm just not super used to seeing the rest of them play it, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's definitely a rare pick, but not rare literally.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I'd say Dre's probably pretty comfortable on the track as well, just by proxy.
True. Yeah, that's probably fair. I mean, if you look at their team makeup right now, obviously Rare and Jolly are primarily the front runners. Rare or Meg is very flexible. So obviously picking a track that your front runners are solid on is imperative. But here we go. We're gonna see what we can get started with here. See if we can see any interesting strats. Titania ends up getting taken out at the start. And Rare ends up getting taken out as well. Firekeeper currently out in front. Never mind. Neko out currently out in front, sharing position with Jolly. We see a lot of mayhem over this first shortcut right now. Titane is already up into third place. Meg are already out in front. Firekeeper holding the second position. Titane ends up pulling a blue shield already, sitting pretty. Firekeeper's gonna try to get this bomb down in onto Meg. Does not get the bomb to land. Titane ends up dodging his teammate there, but he's going to try his best to run to catch up to Meg. Meg ends up getting a back bomb down onto Firekeeper though. Instead, I think Titane has infinite reserves. Yeah, he definitely does. He's going to just be trying to avoid Meg's back spam, which is not going to be easy feat, but he'll be doing his best here, especially with his shield luck. He tends to have like really good shield luck from what I've noticed. As he already pulls another blue shield. We do see Rare with the juiced orb already, actually. He is an 8th and he doesn't have fire, so I mean, like, it's 9th. Is he an 8th?
Yeah.
Oh wait, oh my god, he's way far back. I was like looking at the mini map.
He lost fire at the start of the lap.
Yeah, he is really far back. I don't know if he throws this orb, if it'll even get him any positions. I think at this point, that much of a gap is pretty much guaranteed last.
We managed to kill Titane, so there's a bit of a gap building, but he can't fire the orb until Megumi has a shield, especially considering 2 and 3 both have shields.
Yeah, I was gonna say Firekeeper and Neko both appear to have blue shields already, and Titane!
You never expect the back spam on the left side.
Yeah, for sure. And that's actually twice, the second lap in a row that he's hit back spam on the second lap. If you didn't notice, he did hit a TNT on lap 1, or on lap 2 as well. So definitely a little bit of a misplay, not paying too much attention as he's going through the figure 8, but he ends up losing a couple spots for it. Rare's still hanging on to this juiced orb though. I mean, like I said, at this point, he's not going to be able to catch up, I don't think. He's only a little bit behind Mini, and by a little bit, I mean probably at least 5 to 10 seconds, so it's still kind of bad, but the longer he holds on to this blue, or this orb, the more, or less chance he's going to have to catch up.
See the gap's closing in top 3 now. Even Megumi's slowing down to back spam, or they're just outlining.
Yeah, so the orb does end up coming out. I can't tell who all it's hit so far. Mini seems to be stopped, but it didn't look like it hit him. Titane didn't get hit, but Dre did. I don't...
Jolly doesn't have fire either, so I think Mini's safe from losing a position.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It does look like
it's going to be 1-4 again in another race.
Yeah, 1-4-7-8 for Team USA.
Seeing a lot of 1-4s already.
Yeah, so this is another small win for Team France. These races are super close. I mean, because we're going to be single-digit still point difference after 3 races, with France winning all 3 of the races so far. Usually if you see single-digit point difference, it's been like tug of war, but this time it's like, nah. That's kind of nuts. And we do have
we've seen
the
a lot
bald
of
man
matches
himself joining
recently.
us.
Oh, Garma's here.
Oh yes, I am indeed. Hello gamers and fans of polished and well-balanced games.
How's it going?
That's us. I was gonna say actually, a lot of these matches where you've had like two titans fighting each other, they've always ended up being like actually not very close at all. But this seems to be one of the outliers.
One of the rare instances. Yeah.
Yeah, because normally we're like, okay, this is gonna be a close match. Who knows who's gonna win? Then it's like plus 30 in 3 races. But this is actually doing what we expected.
Oh wow, this is really close looking at the point difference. So since I'm joining in late, I obviously don't know what happened in the first 3 races, but seeing a +1, +3 and +3 again, I can already see this is gonna be a close match. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've seen
so
a lot of
basically,
1-4s.
yeah, like we just said, we've seen a lot of 1-4s. We've basically seen very tiny wins from Team France every single race so far. It's you know, obviously they're getting the wins, but they're not pulling ahead by much. We're only seeing a 7-point lead. Basically, Tatane getting away at the start a lot of times, and from there, he either holds the lead or doesn't hold the lead. We are getting into the loading screen, by the way, for Dragon Mine, so that will be soon.
This matchup in general seems to be based a lot around who has the better front runner, or who has the better support for the front runner, because Team France has Tane obviously being insane front runner, and USA has Megumi, obviously really good, one of the best front runners as well. So it kind of just depends on who manages to get that first position.
Right. So we do see the race getting started. This again is Team USA's pick, so expect to see a little bit of wild maneuvers here. Tatane ends up getting taken out here at the start, ends up getting picked up out of bounds, so really bad start for him. Though we did get a mask at the start, so kind of a misplay for him not using that mask.
I'm not sure how he managed to get that mask. Didn't he go fast? It must have been like a 5th or 4th place mask.
Yeah,
Second,
he got hit before he could roll an item, so he got an item after he respawned.
But we do see Dre out in front at the moment, followed by Jolly and Meg in the first line of defense. Being oh my god,
wow,
what is happening here?
By Nico.
Oh my god.
I'm not really sure why Tatane is holding onto his mask for so long. I mean, he used it at the end of lap 2 basically, which is kind of interesting.
Rose got the orb and he's letting everyone pass him, but now it's unjuiced.
Yeah, he ends up throwing it unjuiced, but it's not a big deal because this track's really narrow. Chances are it's going to hit pretty much everybody.
Although saying that, I actually missed 3 of the French guys, so it might actually not work in their favor.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Tatane had a mask running, so it was going to avoid him regardless. But yeah, we do see Tatane has
hard to crack down this top 3 though.
Yeah, for sure.
Dre's mask in lap 1 was just really, really strong. Like, lap 1 mask on Dragon Mine is always really strong. And Tatane was holding onto his own mask for way too long, so it's gonna be really hard to crack down this top 3, because even if, I mean, realistically they would need Clog, Juiced Orb, but even then...
Yeah, I mean, let me break it down for you. I mean, we know Meg is way faster on this track probably than Tatane is. I mean, you can watch Tatane's shortcuts. He's going through them much slower than what world record holder would do. And I don't know if Meg is still world record holder, but he was for the longest time. So you have a lot to stack up against. But he does end up getting the 4th place here, but that is still going to be a top 3 for Team USA. Rare looks like he's probably going to be locking down this 8th place, though. I mean, never mind. He's definitely he's way behind.
I mean, he's like half a lap behind. Yeah.
Yeah, Rare kind of had unfortunate timing because he rolled that up, and then as soon as he rolled it, he passed 3 of the French guys in the shortcut, so it just became useless immediately.
Yeah.
If he stayed behind them and didn't overtake them when they all failed, that could have been like maybe near top 4, but just bad timing overall.
I mean, Dragon Mines, having top 4 on Dragon Mines is always kind of hard to keep, because Dragon Mines is such a narrow and such a small track. It's like, items work in a weird way on this track, because for example, if you chain 2 masks, you can cover like 1.5 laps basically. You can gain so much on other people, and it's really hard to
Exactly.
keep a top 4 on Dragon Mines, because you are always within reach of someone else, and if you have 4 people behind you, chances are very high you're gonna get taken out.
Yeah, like you said, if you roll 2 masks and they're both juiced up, that's the entirety of a lap. You know,
even more.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
faster.
So if you're able to do that, I mean, that's a decent amount of time to catch up, and obviously be invulnerable and be able to hit everybody else as well, like, you know, everything that a mask does, because it's a very fair and balanced item.
Assembly lane next, and this is actually one of France's usual picks, but I think France knew, yeah, okay, it's USA, they're gonna pick assembly lane.
But then again, we have Megumi, who really likes the track as well.
I actually, being France's co-captain, I did advise them to ban this track just because of USA's strength on it, but I mean they're also relatively strong on it, but we do know that USA is picking it and they're good at it.
I'm gonna be
a pretty
honest.
neutral track.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Revy said is basically what I wanted to mention as well. I feel like, okay, so I'm gonna ask an honest question. Do you ever see assembly lane being banned by any team? You rarely ever see that, because it's a very neutral track. It's not really in favor of anyone, really. It's a track you can always play. Like, there's barely any team that actually bans assembly lane, because, you know, why would you? It has no special features or anything. It's not a blue fire track. It's relatively balanced, actually. It's one of the most balanced tracks, in my opinion. It's a really good track for, like, general purpose, in my opinion.
I think it's statistically the most picked track in the World Cup so far.
It definitely is. Yeah,
it's a great track.
Over that. I'm not gonna argue right now because we got a race to commentate over, but just know I disagree.
Like, how is Dre putting these masks so early? And what?
Yeah,
What?
wait,
Okay, he hits Megumi and fails the shortcut. What the fuck is that?
So we see Neko and Titan out in front right now, and Rare trailing in 3rd place.
That is the kind of play I would do, but I wouldn't expect Dre to do this.
Titan ended up getting the back bomb down onto Rare. Rare falling all the way down into 6th place now. So we do see Jolly taking that position in 3rd place. But a decent gap now between Titan and 2nd place.
Yeah, Dre has definitely given the top 2 free lead here, like Titan and Neko, and, you know, 2 of the fastest players in the game. So it's gonna be hard to make up the difference again.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Titan tried to throw that back bomb to hit Jolly, but it didn't land. So he's just going to be trying to back spam or grab a shield, and there's the shield. There it is. Classic Titan gameplay, honestly.
I mean, isn't that like typical frontrunner gameplay style? You just go fast and roll a shield, and then you just win.
I mean, kind of, but we mentioned this during Polar Pass. Like, actually, Meg getting the front run position is very dangerous because he does do more aggressive things.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. Megumi is more of Megumi's playstyle is more of like a support front runner, which has its own disadvantages. More than often it kind of works out because Megumi is a good player, but he also likes to throw away positions by, you know, trying to get the others
make a play.
Plays. Yeah, well, this is the difference to someone like Tatane or Neko or even Funs, for example, because they usually just try to hold on to the position and just get points, basically, which is, you know, equally important.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So in the meantime, we do still see, we actually do see a top 3 now for Team France. With Firekeeper moving up into the 3rd position. He's going to have a hard time keeping Meg from catching up to him, probably, but we'll see how that ends up going. You see behind Meg is Minnie, who is right next to Rare, depending on how the item rolls go. Minnie might be able to catch up.
Oh,
never mind.
France at the moment, and Firekeeper has a decent gap over Megumi, so
Yeah, Rare ended up taking out Mini, so Mini actually loses his opportunity to possibly catch up to Meg, and obviously Rare ended up securing a slightly higher position. It's looking a little bit better for them, but obviously top 3 is still not what you want to see for Team USA right now.
yeah, I think Dre's misplay in lap 1 is really what decided the majority of the race here. He just gave the top 2 a free breakaway, and on the track like Assembly Lane, as I mentioned, the track is really balanced, but that also means it's hard. So
Yeah, it's such a balanced track that it's basically impossible to make a comeback.
It's not impossible, but it is difficult. It is difficult. For sure.
So balanced, bro. Anyway, yes. So Titan's still holding on to the blue shield that he got from like 3 laps ago. Decent gap now over even Firekeeper, and Firekeeper still, there's a little bit of a gap between him and Meg. I mean, like, if we see Meg's POV, I mean, he might be able to make a move at the last moment here, but it's gonna be very hard. We're right here at the end.
Oh, there's an orb coming. Megumi might be able to get 1 position if Firekeeper gets hit, but I think that's the extent of what we're gonna see here.
Yeah,
the
for
orb is
sure.
unjuiced.
Oh, it's unjuiced, yeah. Fire doesn't get hit, and yeah, nobody ends up getting hit.
Yeah.
So this is a top 3 for France.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, so this is why they listen to Kazuya and not me.
Yeah, this is why you're only co-captain.
Yeah, true.
And
So,
also because you like Coco.
okay, dude. That is definitely what France wanted. That is a huge win. 1, 2, 3, and then 8.
Pretty much cancelled out the previous result.
I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Like, I join, and the moment I join, I'm seeing big exchange.
Yeah, like,
that's what you want to see.
1, 3, 3, 11, 11. It's like, okay, I guess.
I mean, I'm basically French, so I'm the support for France here. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah, so we are at halfway, and still only a single-digit difference, though. We have not gone into the 2 digits for difference this whole match so far. And currently Titan tied with Dre for top points for their respective teams. That is very abnormal. You really don't see Dre being the top scorer of the team. He's typically not the front runner, so
Dre's had
that is
some brutal lap
interesting.
1 masks.
Yeah, he had some really
absolutely.
good starts from what I've been seeing. I mean, except Assembly Lane, I guess. I mean, his start was brutal, but it was brutal for his own team, so.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it is what it is.
Definitely, that hurt a lot. Yeah.
It does, because in tight matches like these, these points matter. Like, that might have been the play that, changed the outcome completely.
Exactly. Yeah. And we'll only really be able to tell as soon as it starts getting towards the end. I mean, obviously, if they end up losing the match by like less than 10 points, I mean, you could probably make the argument realistically that mass play at the end is what really snowballed into the top 3. They might have even been able to win Assembly Lane off that, but because he took himself out and then took his own teammate out, Titan and Ko got to kind of run away. Neko and Titan.
That is definitely true. And one thing that I always like to say, when you have 2 teams facing each other who are kind of close together in terms of skill, it's always like that one big win that changes the outcome. It's like either team gets like a plus 13 or plus 15, and that decides the outcome if everything else is only like plus 1, plus 5, plus 3. It's really hard to make up that difference if you suffer from like one big loss, basically. And so yeah, I mean, this is still really close, 7 points at halftime, but let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So get a nice start for Rare. He ends up getting the beaker down on somebody,
Dre
but then ends up
once
getting...
again pulling a mask.
That mask, wait, this dude.
How is he doing it?
How is he so good? Holy shit. We do see Rare holding the mask in 8th place, moving up in 7th place. Gonna hang on to this a little bit. Actually does end up using it. can't tell who he's pulling up on. Is that Neko? That's Neko. No, it's Fire.
Fine.
Gets the takedown onto Firekeeper, ends up getting infinite reserves as well. He's going to appreciate that. He's going to dodge his teammate, almost drunk directly in. So we do see Dre and then Meg currently out in front, followed by Titan Mini, and then Rare's in 5th. So Titan is going to be praying for something to defend himself with. Ends up running into that TNT on the spiral. Ends up having to slow down to get it off of him, and then he gets back bombed by Rare. So now he's gonna be falling really far back, unfortunately.
And Mini's stuck between Megumi and Rare now. So
yeah, he is not in a nice place.
Yeah, Team France needs to hold on to Waifu. Waifu's the only one who can kind of make a play within the top 4. If Waifu gets taken out through whatever means, then it's gonna be looking rough for France.
It looks like a bum connected there. Oh, but Mini actually took him on the pass.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, so Mini is still in 4th place. Neko now in 3rd place. Titan's just still not having a good time back here. All the way back into 8th now.
Yeah, this is something we kind of see often from Tatane, where if he falls behind...
And he immediately pulls an orb.
I mean, you can pull a power item, but I feel like overall, if you watch Tatane, he often has problems making it back from the back once he starts falling behind.
That is definitely true. That is something I've noted before. He has a hard time playing defensively, or more like evasively, I guess I should say, because he's very good at front running. He's very good at getting away, but if he on the off chance doesn't get away, he's in a head-to-head 1v1 matchup tends to not be able to get that win. So that is very unfortunate for him. He does end up get up into the 7th place spot, passing his teammate, but he's going to be hanging on to this orb until...
I'm kind of surprised why he's holding onto this orb for so long, because the majority of the top 4s, from Team USA, but he's probably waiting for Waifu to pull a shield.
Yeah, I imagine right now the comms are basically just raging at Waifu to hurry up and pull a shield. I mean, realistically, that's what it's gonna be.
Charlie falling down ankle biting 2 French players.
And that's the thing, like, if you use power items too late, they are just gonna be useless, because you're gonna get taken out, you can't defend yourself, the other team might pull shields in the meantime. It's usually better to use the power item early than, keeping it for unnecessarily long.
Yeah, the thing is, he didn't pull it until, like, end of lap 2, maybe even lap 3, so at the same time, like, it's a little bit too late already to just, just use it recklessly.
This
but
gonna be useless now.
It absolutely just is not gonna be useful.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna use it now. Dre has already finished.
Well, it took out Jolly, so they're gonna get 2 positions from it, maybe even 1 more. Yeah, so Jolly's down in 8th now, thanks to that orb.
Yeah, and Mini did finally get a dodge, but again, I just think they could have probably used it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, they definitely could.
That happens looking pretty spicy.
It's a little
See how Tane deals with that.
I see. That's
just opting not to take the hairpin altogether.
This ends up being a win for Team USA, though. They ended up getting top 2 plus, what was that,
9.
4 and then 8?
Yep, that's a +9.
Yeah, so this ends up putting USA in the lead by 2 points. Yeah, definitely not the... I mean, we can talk about this till the end of time. There's never a formula for using power items. It's always situational. But it's really hard to figure out when it's best to just say screw it and just throw it.
Yeah.
Compared to, obviously, do I hang on to it for 3 laps hoping my 2nd place guy ends up getting a shield?
I personally still believe it's better to use a power item early than using it late. Obviously, there's no point in being reckless in that sense, but it's still better than, rolling an orb at lap 2 and holding it until lap 5. Like,
yeah, exactly. I find in my experience, I have more better results using it early than I do waiting for people to call it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like as well. The only time you should really keep holding on to a power item is if your team is top 3. Then that's
I think a lot of people, they don't want to use it at their own decision, because if it does end up not working out, they're going to get a lot of shit for it. Sometimes
absolutely.
You just have to take the risk.
I can already tell you that
yeah,
is something that happens in Team France as well, by the way.
I personally believe if someone in the team feels confident to use a power item and he makes the call, that should be respected, it should be followed, and if it goes wrong, it should be evaluated why it went wrong, like some kind of reviewing. But there's no point in flaming someone for making a wrong power item call. Like, it can happen to anyone, because you never have full control over the situation. You can look at the minimap, but if someone is far away, you don't know, okay, do they have a shield or do they have a mask, so it's like kind of hard to tell. But I feel like overall, using power items earlier than later is probably better overall, unless your team is top 3 and you're in 8th or something. Then it's probably not worth it, and you can keep holding onto it and use it defensively. But otherwise, I feel like, especially if the lead is held by the other team, it's better to use an orb early than later.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's rare that all
By
three
the way, the
teammates have a dodge, but a lot of people wait for that anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Coco Park coming out. This
Nice
is another one of the.
yeah, nice double squish. And Dre, what the fuck? How is he doing
Dre
that?
and Megumi has the most.
I'm gonna say it again. How is he so good, dude? How is
Has it been every race he's got a mask on that one?
It's been pretty much every race, if it's not literally every race. Yeah.
I don't know what he's having, but I want some of it.
I don't think he got. Never mind. No, he definitely didn't on prehistoric. But I think it might have been every other one. But anyway, so currently top 2 for Team USA with Dre and Meg just right on top of each other.
But then again, this is a Pulsar track.
Minnie's coming in with post swoop by the looks of it, but he stops
yeah.
just before he's reached them. Dre's trying to slow with the shield to him.
He was a juice. What? Wait, what?
That's actually he opted to rear missile.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that was a good decision, because now Waifu just takes out Megumi and what? Wait, what? What was it exchange? Did he just Red Beaka him?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Dre's hanging on right now. Yeah.
Yeah, Dre is doing his best.
Whoa!
It really landed.
Dude, Dre, what is he doing?
Jesus.
He just took out everyone. That's insane. That was an insane lap. Holy shit.
That's nuts. Okay. So he's moving back up into the first place. We do see 2, 3, 4 for Team France, though. Neko ended up taking out Jolly.
That side drift bomb, that was nice.
He needs to be careful though, because he's going wide, and if anyone behind him has a missile, he's gonna get taken out. So he needs to be careful. He should rather.
That's the thing with Dre. Like, it's easy to outline him, but if you're behind him and he has the right item, you're just dead. You know.
Yeah, definitely can agree.
Really well played by Dre here. He basically defended the first place alone against, like, how many people? 2 or 3? I don't remember how many.
A bunch. But actually, does this end up being... Who wins this one?
This is a win for the US. A small win. It's like +3 or +5.
I think this is a 1 maybe.
Oh, this is a 1? Oh yeah, I think this is a +1. Yeah.
Just based off the fact that we've had like the same position like 10 times already in this match.
Yeah, so Team USA currently out in front by 3 points now. This is still so close. This is nuts. So I'm trying to think. I can't remember if he got a mask on Sewer, but I know he's gotten a mask on every other track.
I think he did get one on sewer.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he might have, but I wasn't sure. But I know he definitely didn't on Prehistoric, because he got hit at the start of Prehistoric.
Yeah, that's how he got into first on sewer. You got the lap 1 mask.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Oh yeah, he ended up getting
I
first.
think
Okay,
Polar
good
Pass
though.
he didn't, I guess.
It's a shame
No, I'm pretty sure he did.
It's a shame I missed Prehistoric Playground, but I'm glad I missed Sewer Speedway, so... There's always a balance to everything in life.
Yeah, the
Terrible
Prehistoric
opinions
didn't
coming
have
out.
much
Dude.
happening, so...
Dude, you got the best track and the worst track, like right
Yeah, I know.
next to
You
each
have
other.
Sewer Speedway, and then you had Prehistoric.
No, that is a wrong opinion.
No, my opinion is correct. Yours is wrong. Just get over it, dude.
Okay, okay, understandable. Have a nice day.
Minor spelling mistake. I win.
No, you portrayed me as the bad Wojak, and I'm the good one. What am I gonna do? Dingo Canyon starting soon though. This is a pick that I said was kind of interesting. Definitely a pick for Rare and probably Dre to an extent, but I'm not quite sure. I don't honestly know what Jolly picks. What his strong tracks are. But either which way, we're gonna get started. We're gonna see how this goes.
Let's see if Drake can roll another mask.
Wait for it.
Oh,
Oh
he
yeah,
does.
he's just doing it.
I'm gone. I'm actually just gonna AFK. This dude is insane. Oh, but I think he ended up
He
getting
hit
2 team
Johnny.
kills out of that though, because he got Jolly and he might have gotten Rare as well.
I think he
I mean,
got 10 actually.
Team killing is kind of fine if you manage to get everyone else in first place maybe, but it looks like this was, rather scuffed.
Yeah, this one's not looking great. They currently have a top 3 for Team France. Titan, on the other hand, is struggling back here.
Along
he's
with
gonna do
Red.
his best. Yeah, I see.
Oh, nice. Nico got ended rather hard.
But at this point, it looks like Fire and Mini are pretty much starting to lengthen that gap, as you tend to see on Dingo Canyon.
We might see some content from Rare here.
And this is gonna be disgusting if they
Oh.
have top 2 because they can just trap crates.
He's
and
used
trap
it
short
too
and
late.
shit.
Yeah, this is a little bit too late unless he gets a really poor start, which kind of does, so maybe it'll run out at the right time on him. Yeah, he ends up doing...
No, he just fucked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, way too late on the start of it.
I mean, even if he's still really far behind everyone else, I'm not really sure if that's a good call.
Yeah,
See if he
and
gets
I
another
think
try.
unless you've practiced this enough, it's really not worth it to go for it like that.
Yeah.
Because you should really just be going for the orb and mask plays, or the power items.
He's going for attempt 2. He's used to have best time, so it looks like it's gonna run out. He doesn't
He's
get
gonna
that much speed.
Yeah, but he's gonna run into Titan though, so he's gonna lose all the speed anyways.
It's really hard to pass people by using poles within Dingo Canyon because the track is so narrow.
Yeah, exactly. But
And
he ends up
Rose
getting the
and
orb.
I don't
Is he
think the
gonna-
orb is gonna affect much, honestly. It's way too late.
He's
That's
probably
it.
gonna get some positions out of it though. Oh wait, no, he ended up being met. Wait,
This is difficult. This is a coin flip at him. Oh, he gets a mass. That's really good. He can take out Tatane and Nico if he plays well here.
this is a big if. He ends up missing Neko. Or yeah, he misses Titan. He's not gonna catch Neko at this
He
point.
missed the bomb on
that
Neko.
bomb!
Very close. Oh, what?
Wait.
What?
Oh.
I do.
Either that's an invisible nitro or Titan ended up
I think
blowing a
Megumi
nitro.
took the nitro
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
killed Rare.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
was
gonna
good
be a
race
strong
play.
win for France.
Oh, it's not really a big win. It's like +5, +7, I think.
They got 1-2, didn't they?
They got 1, 2, and 5, I think, or 4. No, it was 5, if I remember correctly.
I was pretty much glued to Res POV for that entire race.
Yeah, that was definitely a point of interest right there. But given that it's probably another single-digit win for Team France here, it's gonna be back to France in the lead, but by such a tiny amount that it still could go either way. Yeah, currently France 4 points ahead. Once again, not even breaking single-digit differences between this entire match. I think this is the first time we've seen that.
Yeah, actually, might be.
Yeah, this is extremely tight. We've got one track from obviously USA left, which will be Electron. Then we've got Thunderstruck from Team France come to round it off.
This next race is pretty important.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, if France ends up winning this by a decent amount, then it could shut out Team USA. But Team USA perhaps gets like a top 4. Like, it also still doesn't put France in a good position. So a single big win from either team at this point will pretty much decide the match.
Yeah, whoever wins this race will definitely have an advantage going into the final race.
Mm-hmm. I know Team France was probably a little bit hesitant to pick Thunderstruck in this case, if they weren't 100% sure if Rose was playing, because obviously I feel as though this is a track that Team USA would be relatively good at. It's not like they'd be favored, but I feel like they'd be strong at it as well. But they ended up picking it out. But we do have Electron coming up, so gonna see any gamings. What's going on? Titana ended up pulling a... Oh wait, for the first time and forever, Dre did not get his mask, by the way. So he does end up... Oh, Titana ended up getting a wrong way drift and has fallen all the way back, actually. I'm all over the place on this commentary. Yeah, Mini getting the early break, fire right behind him. Dre ended up getting hit or falling off on the hairpin, one or the other, and we have a 1-2-5 for Team France. Titana ended up getting hit by that stray back bomb from, I think that was Rare.
No, actually, that was Firekeeper's bomb.
Oh, no. That's even worse. Wow.
Stray bombs are the worst. I hate those.
Yeah. So now Titan's all the way down in the 7th place. But again, Mini and Fire, actually, if you look at the mini-map, are decent ways away from
top 2 there.
Yeah. So that's definitely solid for them. But Titan, another case of Titan getting hit early and struggling to make any moves here in the back. But he does have the 8th position held down at the moment, and I mean, I do feel as though he's typically a relatively lucky player. I mean, we might be able to see him pull out a power item. Wow, he ends up taking that tight nitro at the end of the tunnel section. He has gotten super far behind now. Where is Neko? Neko is after...
Electron Avenue is the hardest track to make a comeback on. Because
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the power items don't really do a ton in the first place because of blue fire pads being pretty much everywhere. And yeah, it's such a long track that obviously there's a lot of time for you to get ahead.
You're gonna have to deal with a lot of back spam too. On the other hand, you have a lot of crates to roll, and once again, he manages to get an orb.
Yeah, at this point, I please don't hang on to this until like lap 5. That would be just terrible.
Yeah, this is pretty much Neko's call, because Neko's the one who's gonna have like the biggest gain from this orb. It doesn't really matter if top 2 don't have shields at this point.
Yep. The thing is, the longer
Neko is about to get hit. Yeah,
Neko gets... longer Titan holds onto this orb, the harder it's gonna be for him to actually get back a position or 2. So,
yeah.
It's another.
And now Neko's fallen behind.
Neko has fallen into 7th place because Dre ended up pulling a mask and ended up finally catching up to him. So that's also not great for them. They're trading between top 2 spots basically.
So the gap's kind of shrinking between 3rd and 2nd. Another
Okay,
the
orb
orb
comes
does
out.
get used.
Let's see, Rare has no shield anymore, so that's a pretty good orb actually. It's gonna take out him at least. So even if top 2 gets hit, it's not gonna matter as much.
Yeah, because Rare will be getting taken out, and so the gap's not going to get
And-
closed down much.
Top 2 both dodged, okay? That makes
Okay.
it better.
So basically, at this point, top 2 are kind of locked down then.
Yeah, pretty much.
It really comes down to what Neko and Titan are going to be able to do here in the back.
Titan needs to roll for as many items as he can, because he needs those masks if you wanna catch up. There's no other opportunity.
Yeah, if he doesn't roll any masks, he's pretty much screwed at this point. And even if he's not,
Yeah, he's really far behind.
I
Yeah.
think these positions pretty much locked in place.
yeah, I don't see positions changing much, even though we have an entire lap left. But I'm never gonna rule out anything. But all of our USA players are packed into that 3, 4, 5, 6 pack right there, and are going to be making sure they don't hit each other. Basically, at this point, your eyes should be on Neko and seeing on the mini map how far that gap is from him to the next position. So he does have a decent amount of ground to be made up, but it is
I think
totally
without
possible.
Megumi ends up hitting an item in a pretty bad spot, so Neko's now got a chance to gain a spot.
Titan is chaining mask, so it's looking good. A clock
Yeah.
would help him tremendously here, but I don't think a clock's gonna happen.
If Neko gets the right item, he could potentially catch up to Megumi. And he's
Oh,
got
Oh,
an orb.
he gets an orb, but it doesn't look like it
Megumi
hits
got the
Meg.
dodge.
It does hit Rare though, but I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough time for them to catch.
It's looking close because
No, because
Titan
Neko's not chaining masks.
masks.
Yeah,
But
Neko
Detain
he-
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Detain
so now
is, but he's got a lot of
Detain.
ground to make up. Here we go, here we go. So here it is at the
It's
end.
gonna be close. It's gonna be really close.
Megumi's taken an
Oh, he-
item.
He's doing
Oh
it.
my God!
Can
Wait,
you do it?
wait,
Can
wait.
you do it? Can you
He's
do it?
not
Can you
gonna.
do
He's
it?
not
Can you
gonna
do
get
it?
Rare.
No, he's not gonna get it. That was really close.
Wow.
Good one
Okay.
position, though.
Yeah, that was an extra position from them. From I guess that was just Meg making a misplay there. You said it looked like he hit a beaker. I guess.
Yeah,
kinda what it
he
looked
took-
like.
He took a trapped crate, I think.
Yeah,
4
but
laps
that
of
is a
pretty much
win.
nothing led up to that moment.
Yeah, basically.
This was another really tight race. I'm not sure who won.
Wait,
Oh, that's Team France.
Oh,
Mine-
They got top 2.
No, they
I-
didn't. Dre got
actually,
second.
yeah, Trey managed to get into second.
Yeah.
I was
Wait,
looking at the
when did that happen?
screenshot.
What
Yeah,
Fuck.
Probably when the orb happened, the second one.
Yeah, I guess that could be either way then. I didn't realize Dre moved up in second place.
now France is in a 5-point lead.
Okay.
Okay, so it
final
ended up being a
race.
1 point for Team France. Wow, this is nuts.
This is really close. This is as close as I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm. Dre is just look at the points for Team USA, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, so the next track is Thunderstruck. Dre should go for the Nyx cut to secure himself 0 points so he can stay at 69.
Yeah, first.
This might not help Team USA, but if they get top 3 otherwise, then I don't see a problem.
Yeah, true. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. This is definitely a track that France considers themselves favorable on, and like I said earlier, I feel like without Bros being on their lineup, I would be led to believe the same. I would be led to believe this is France's favored track. But it's a super chaotic track, so
Thunderstruck is great. Like, I feel like my most funny and most janky moments in this game always happen on Thunderstruck for some reason.
I mean, I think pretty much everybody can agree with that one.
I've
even
been enjoying the
casuals.
track a lot recently.
I'm pretty sure even relatively casual players could be like naming, all of the different bullshit that happens on this track.
I mean,
Or what
the-
happened
Yeah, I
in the
think
beginning.
everyone, when they first learn to keep Blue Fire, they're gonna hit the gargoyle. at the finish
Yeah, true.
line.
Oh yeah, my favorite. been a while since that happened to me. Yeah,
Dre
he gets the
dropping
front
back,
runner.
getting the mask.
Let's go.
But Dre ends up getting his mask though, so he's gonna try to make sure he avoids his teammate. Ends up getting
got two.
He ends up getting Neko. Is he gonna get fire?
He's got
He ends up
fire.
getting Firekeeper. Getting the
Tane's gonna keep
triple
first though.
It's basically Megumi's task to take out Tatane through whatever means, but he needs to be careful because Tatane can just backspam easily.
Yeah, Titan's gonna have to do what he can to stay ahead, but
And he
he
gets
ends up
him.
getting that
Nice.
back speaker onto Meg. That's
That
huge
is-
for Team France.
That is very important because as long as Tatane is first, Team France can't lose by more than 7 points. So if they get any other
Ooh.
position, they are in a pretty good spot. And with the blue shield here in first, things are looking good for France at the moment.
Yeah, he's got to be making sure to keep his distance between Dre, who is also blue shielded up. But basically, like you said, as long as they hold first place and then not bottom 3, they are looking good.
Yep, and they are looking good at the moment because Wife.
Although, if USA get 2, 3, 4, 5, they can still win this war.
Yeah, that's
So it
that's what we
doesn't
said.
necessarily
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, that's what
Did
we
he
said.
say-
As long as they are not bottom 3.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So yeah, Titan's gonna try to hang on to this. I mean, I imagine Titan's lines are a little bit better than Dre's, so he should be able to gap a little bit here.
We got top 4 all in a shield currently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
we don't get a-
That's our favorite POV when everyone has a blue shield. on top of
I was
all.
supposed to say, yeah, we have no real idea what's going on in the back of the pack.
That's,
anymore,
that's,
which has
usually,
been-
that's usually the tiny arena POV.
True. So we can see the Nyx cut, or not Nyx, but the Timpa is cleared on this lap. Tan's gonna go for it. He's already on to lap 5. I think he needs to be careful. He keeps on going for like that center Wumpo crate on the big swirly section, and I feel like that's gonna be the death of him maybe on one of these laps because that one's really dangerous. Always trapped.
Tatana is stacking much more reserves than necessary, I feel like. He just went for the reserve second spiral, which I don't really know why.
I mean, the
First
thing is,
off,
obviously,
things
all he's got to worry about is like staying ahead of Dre. He's
Yeah,
even
he's
gonna
not even gonna go for Timpa.
Nah,
Oh,
yeah.
wait. Oh,
We look at
yeah.
Dre's POV. We gotta be careful here.
I mean, Dre could go for the Nyx cut if he really wanted to, but I don't see that happen, I guess.
I think right now, Trey should slow down to kill Mini,
Yeah, basically.
And he's-
oh, he
that's
does,
what
he
he's
does,
gonna
he
do.
does, he does. He slows
but he misses
down.
it. He,
Oh,
what does
yeah.
he?
He gets him, he
No
gets
way.
him. Holy shit. Wow, that's
And
insane.
that's
Say, but they have
that
a clock, they have a counter
be.
clock.
This could be it.
Is that it?
I see an orb coming out though.
that
What
it?
The orb though.
Minnie ends up hitting passing him up. This is the end. This is the end.
Oh.
Minnie ended up getting 5th
This
place.
is it? This is it? Holy
That-
shit.
that could
was
have
an
been it.
insane interaction.
Wow.
Wow, that was almost a really good move. Holy shit. But
Wow.
well
USA
played from
would have won
France
if it weren't
overall.
for those Pyritons.
Yeah, the counter clock was really well timed. I did not expect them to have a counter clock in storage, but it seems like they did.
Wow. So this ends up being was that even a win for Team USA on that map?
So +3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be like a +3. This is literally a 2-point match.
Wow.
Holy hell. This was nuts.
I mean, can we just talk about how Dre is like the MVP of Team USA? He just
I mean,
has like
for real.
77 points.
This dude popped off on this match.
77 points.
I mean, he rolled a mask in literally every single race. In the first lap. So with those kind of stats, it's yeah, easy to see. And as we can see, the result being this close, if Dre hadn't made that crucial mistake on assembly lane, Team USA.
It really was it!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That was it. That was it. They gave it away there.
Oh my god.
2 points. I mean, you could take any mistake, and that would have been the difference, you know.
I mean, I guess
It's
that's
true,
definitely
but that
the
one's
assembly lane is-
massive.
Yeah, the assembly is an obvious one. It was a really massive mistake because they went from top 2 to getting top 3. It's basically.
Yeah, that's we're seeing a lot of interesting matches on this first map, or this first week already. That's wow. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, like this is a super surprising match. I mean, like again, the whole time it never went more than 10 points. We never saw double digit at all.
Yeah, and most of the exchanges were really small. Like the average is probably like a +5 exchange. I would imagine it's like 1, 3, 3. Good, okay, 2 11s, but 1, 9, 7, 1, 3. So yeah, overall small exchanges. We can really see that those teams are pretty much evenly skilled. So those are always gonna be the best matches, I feel like. But yeah, I'm surprised about the result. My personal take was that USA is gonna win by a slight margin, but France really played better than I expected here.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you look at the seeding, there's a really big difference between the seed of France and the seed of USA. USA is one of the highest seeded teams, and France is one of the lowest seeded teams. But as we can see here, the seed doesn't necessarily mean that a team is bad if they have like a low seed, for example, because we can definitely see that France is really strong despite being one of the lowest seeded teams, which is also really surprising.
What seed is Italy right now?
Yeah, Italy is the same. I mean, Italy had some unfortunate matches in the seeding stage, so
yeah, for sure.
Seeded really low despite being really good.
Despite being strong, exactly.
This is a pretty big deal actually, because France is now being the highest seeded team of their group as the lowest seeded, so that's going to give them a much better chance of making it through the group stage.
Oh yeah, they are in a really good. I feel like in general, if you win the first round of the group stage, you're always gonna be in a pretty comfortable spot.
Yeah, because I mean, you're only playing 3 matches, right? Like you already won a 30 of your matches. You win one more, and at that point, you're pretty much guaranteed to make it in. So yeah, definitely starting off on the right foot, winning your first match.
Okay. Well, what do we have today? Saudi Arabia versus Latin America and Colombia versus Argentina later on as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I guess if no one else is gonna stream those, I could probably take care of them. So I think those matches will be streamed. If not by someone else, by me.
Do you think? I don't think we're gonna be able to get both though, right? Like, there's only an hour between those matches.
Oh, do they overlap?
Yeah, they're overlapping.
It's hard. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Colombia-Argentina match is more interesting.
Yeah, I'd probably take that and then switch over like as soon as it ends.
Yeah, because I think, I mean, that's a top seed versus was that 16th seed? Is Latin America the bottom seed?
Latin America is ranked pretty low if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the lowest seed in that group.
Yeah, I feel as though Colombia-Argentina is a very decisive match for them as well. So I think that's definitely an important match to see.
And I think we haven't seen those teams play each other yet in this.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So that'd be interesting.
Argentina.
We've had a lot of rematches so far.
I mean, Argentina is brand new in this World Cup, so obviously they haven't played yet.
True, yeah. But even still, in the seeding phase, I don't think they faced each other. But either which way, that is the match. That is, I'm still pretty much awestruck, dude. That was an insanely close match.
Yeah, that ending could have gone completely differently. It really came down to the wire.
Yeah. But
right.
Again, really good match for Team France to start off on. Definitely what they want to see, and I expect that Team USA is gonna be able to claw back a little bit, but it's not gonna be putting them in a fantastic spot in their group either.
All right, I think it's time for. I'm ready to wrap up. Have you guys got anything else to add?
Nope, pretty much good.
All right, well, we should be back in 2.5 hours with Colombia versus Argentina. So until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.